Hey everyone, welcome back to another one of my shows. This one is a little different. It's based on all the things we bought during COVID. And this is one of my masks. It's actually one of my favorite ones. I have a yellow lab, so I actually look like her on this one. And let me take it off so there is nobody home so I can take my mask off. So anyway, just wanted to go over all the things we had to buy in the last year. It's been a horrendous year. I should say year and a half, and we don't know when it's going to end. So just thought I'd get some things together, and I'm sure you have a bunch of them too. I pretty much just put them all on one place, and just wanted to talk about what we had to buy and what we went through. And like I said, it's been a horrendous year. This COVID has killed people. It has made people sick permanently. People lost their taste. So many of us know people that died and people that have been affected by this just horribly. It has just been a terrible 18 months, and we need to see the end of this happening, and hopefully, this will come soon. Right now it seems like things are still a little crazy, but you know what? There should be a light at the end of the rainbow. So we will see what happens. And anyway, so let me begin. This is just kind of a little thing. It's not any positive or negative things that I'm going to talk about because there's a lot of drama. That was a mask that fell on the wall. I've been trying to stick up some masks on the wall to show you how many I have. I actually have about 30 of them, and that's just a few. Just to show you some more. Well, I should say 30 of the washable ones. I have the disposable ones here that I had found at the beginning. Here's my dog mask that you saw. And a ton of other ones in here, just kind of thrown in a box. Whoever thought I'd have a box of masks? So, and here's one that I didn't even open yet, but it was $1, so I had to buy it. It's another dog mask. So, anyway, just wanted to show you those and get them out of the way. And as we talk, there'll be masks falling on the floor from behind me because no matter how much tape I put up there, it seems like they keep falling down. So I guess it's shiny paint on the wall. I mean, it's semi-gloss. No, it's not semi-gloss. What is it? Yeah, I guess it's semi-gloss. It's not the gloss, but it's the other stuff. Satin, that's what it is. It's supposed to be satin paint. So they shouldn't be falling off the wall. So, but as a parent, as you know, if your kids put stickers on the wall, you'd have to stink and scrape the sheetrock off and maybe replace it because you couldn't get it off. So I couldn't even tape anything on the wall to keep them up long enough to do this show. So as we talk, they'll be falling down one by one, and I am not going to try and put them up again. See, there goes another one. Go figure. But anyway, in all serious, people, this has been horrendous, and I just wanted to, do something about what we had to do to get things. So one thing, our lovely toilet paper right here. So our TP was horrible to find. I mean, people were selling it for ridiculous amounts of money as if it was gold. And I actually was in Florida at the time when they did the lockdowns in March, and I came home early because I kind of freaked out about everything, and went to Costco right away and couldn't find anything. And, I had some toilet paper at home, but, you always thought you were going to need it for, like a Mad Max thing. It seemed crazy at the time. So while I was in Costco, there was some people running back to the store, and I asked this lady, I says, what's back there? Why is everybody going back there? And then she's like, they got a pallet of toilet paper in. And it's like, oh my God. So, of course, I joined the craziness, and I picked up this toilet paper. This is the cheapest stuff. It's the greatest sandpaper you ever wanted to buy. So, go figure. So, but it's horrible toilet paper. So, used it sparingly, tried to get some more toilet paper when I could eventually. And this is what's left of the case. So anyway, I actually had this on my show about Min's Challenge, about getting rid of things. Well, I took this to Goodwill along with the rest of the stuff, and they would not take it. They said it wasn't packaged. I'm like, it is packaged. But there goes another mask. Anyway, so it's packaged. It's in paper. I don't know. We used to buy Scott tissue by the single rolls like this, and we didn't complain when he got it in the supermarket. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I might put it on like Marketplace, and if somebody wants it for free, I'll leave it outside. They can come get it. Some people, they don't have the money for a lot of things. And, as much as it's the worst toilet paper I ever had, some people may need it to get by, just like I did a year and a half ago. So that's what I'm going to try and do. But it's just amazing how I can't get rid of it. So we will see if somebody wants it for free. Anyway, now other than the toilet paper, we have our cleaning supplies. Now, Lysol, I have a ton of them. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 7 of them. The blue cap one I think is an older one or something. But yeah, I go to Costco a lot, so I'd buy it in bulk when I saw it, because you never know when you're going to see it again. So here we go. I got a ton of supplies for the next Armageddon. And same thing with the Clorox wipes. These go pretty quick in my house. I use these a lot. And even the spray, I use them in the house all the time. I actually like the smell too, so But anyway, so there's 5 of these left that I have. They'll be getting used. So another one that I got was hydrogen peroxide. Now, at the beginning of all this stuff, they said get hydrogen peroxide, put it in a spray bottle, and spray your fruits and vegetables with it. So that's exactly what I did. So I got a spray bottle and wrote hydrogen peroxide on it, veggies and fruits. And I continue to do that because, not for nothing, you buy vegetables and fruits from the supermarket, you don't know who handled it. It's all the way from when it was picked, it's picked in the dirt. The dirt's supposed to be all full of nutrients, but, the hands that pick it, I'm not sure, or the machinery or whatever. There's all sorts of bacteria and mold and all sorts of stuff. And I'm allergic to mold, so, but anyway, always kind of wondered why I didn't feel good so sometimes. Maybe that was why. So, so now that's what I do. I squirt it with the hydrogen peroxide, smush it around a little bit, and then you rinse it off with water, and you're good. You don't taste it at all. As long as you rinse it off with water, you're fine. So anyway, I got tons of hydrogen peroxide, and that's my new regimen. So I think a lot of us have a new regimen now. Unfortunately, that's just what, this last 18 months did to us. They kind of taught us to be more careful with a lot of things. Even past COVID, I think a lot of us are going to be careful because we just want to stay safe. So the next regimen I did, at the beginning of all this, I heard take your vitamins, right? And the vitamins they suggested were D3. D3 is real important. They keep talking about it now. And then what else? B12 is real important. This one melts underneath your tongue and actually tastes good, so I kind of like this B12. And then I got calcium, magnesium, zinc all in one pill. And so that kind of takes care of that. I am not a pill person, but I have become one. And vitamin C. So these combination, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 6 different combinations. There's another one too, quercetin or something, quercetin. I never even heard of it. It's Quer something. But I just found out about it, so I'll have to look into it. I'm not really sure what that does. But so far I've been taking these religiously. I know everybody's freaked out, and we all doing things a certain way, and things that, we hope would help us. And so far so good. If anything, it doesn't hurt to take more vitamins. And the vitamin D is extremely important. If you want to read up on vitamin D, please Google it. Read up about vitamin D and how I didn't realize how important it was. So, because I always get a lot of sun anyway. I'm out in the, the summer, and then in winter it's harder to get sun, but, I usually go on vacation to a sunny place or something like that, but it's just not enough. So in the winter it's more important. If you're not outside in the summer a lot too, it's good for you to do that. But, and the elderly, they said that's why the elderly were having a hard time at the start of all this, because they weren't getting out a lot. They were inside a nursing home. So they didn't get their vitamin D like they should. So if you're older, younger, anything, vitamin D is excellent. And from what I read, you really can't overdose on it. So, just read up on it and check with your doctor, whatever you do, and, see what's good for you. And like I said, it's all about what you feel is good for you. But vitamins, I don't think you can go wrong with. Just check with your doctor if you have any underlying conditions that it might affect with other medication and stuff. So, but anyway, that's with the vitamins. So I went to Mexico last year, and there was hardly anybody there. Everybody was wearing masks. It was, felt pretty good about it. It was pretty safe. And found Z-Pak. This stuff is called Zircolin. Haven't used it. It basically is when you feel sick, like if you have the flu or even COVID, they say this is good for COVID. So if you feel sick the first day, you're supposed to take 2 pills, and then for the next 4 days, you take 1 pill each. There's only 6 pills in this whole thing. So anyway, and basically that's the same as, where is it? I wrote what it was down, so I'm going to have to cheat and look. Zithromycin or something? Zithromycin. So it's, you want to check with your doctor on this too, because I think it's like an antibiotic or something. But check with your doctor before you take any of this stuff if you're any kind of immune compromised or on any kind of medication. So just want to get that straight. But that's what I picked up in Mexico because, we went down there and said, well, what works? What do you guys use down here? We couldn't get any hydroxychloroquine because they were not allowed to sell it at the time, or the ivermectin. And those two are really good also. But I'll talk to them in a minute. I was just in France, and I asked them what they did. What do you do if somebody gets it over-the-counter stuff, right? So they gave me Doliprane. It's 1,000 milligrams. Now what Doliprane is, it's actually acetaminophen. So it's Tylenol. So, technically, do I need to buy it? Probably not. But I didn't know it was Tylenol at the time, so I just, picked up a few packs. And, no harm, no foul. I'll use it. But it's 1,000 milligrams a pill. So it's like taking 2 500 milligram Tylenols here. So, and there's instructions on it. Don't take more than like 3 a day or something like that. Take one every 4 to 6 hours or something like that. And, they swear that it helps with getting rid of fevers and stuff. And, I'm sure they experimented more with flu and stuff like that with it. Not sure how it would really, probably help your symptoms or feel better a little bit if you have mild COVID. I'm not sure. But the ones that I have heard of, the hydroxychloroquine and the ivermectin, are really hard to get, except I did just order it from America's Frontline Doctors. So I'm not a pill crazy person. I'm just trying to be prepared because this stuff is scaring the daylights out of everybody. I'd rather it be in the house than for me to have to wait 2 or 3 days to get it. And meanwhile, you're supposed to take the stuff when you're first sick. So I just want to be prepared and take it from there. I feel like I got a little pharmacy going on here. But, I just kind of learning about everything with all this, just like everybody else is. So, like I said, that Z-Pak stuff is supposed to be good, and like I said, it's the same thing as Zithromax. So, and anyway, so as far as that's concerned, that's all I got as far as the, all the vitamins and the little preventatives and things like that, and things that might help you at the beginning. Of course, listen to your doctor and do what you got to do. So anyway, I have a couple of these. There's another one floating around here. Here you go. These go under your masks. I didn't particularly care for them because they're kind of sweaty. So I guess unless you're outside and it's chilly out, but it does keep the mask a little off your face, so, some people can talk and breathe better. So, and it does help. So that's another thing we bought that we never ever thought we were going to buy. So now I also got a box full of gloves because at the beginning we were all wearing gloves. And I still wear these on occasion depending on the situation. And I have a 94-year-old mom. So I got these at the beginning, and I got the disposable mask at the beginning because nobody was making them at the time. So you had to try and hunt and peck for everything you could get. It was like finding gold. So, but anyway, here's the gloves that we have to get. And as we go on, of course, we have all these hand sanitizers. There's all sorts of different ones. There's little packs with gels in it. I particularly like these. I got quite a few of these because you carry them with you. So now the one thing about these things, I was using them so much, my hands were cracking. And it was bad. So I'm thinking, I'm going to get an infection through the cracks of my skin. You can get cellulitis through that, and I don't know what else you can get through it, but I know cellulitis gets through the minuscule, microscopic cracks in your skin. And it's not the cottage cheese on your legs. It's this really bad bacteria. So, look, another one fell. I wonder how many of them have left after this. So, anyway, then we have the sanitizing wipes, too. And, of course, I always have my Lysol to-go wipes in me in the car and stuff like that. So, another thing, I have ammonia because you need to clean the floors in your house and different things in your house. Ammonia kills a lot of stuff. So, here's my ammonia. Just going to get this out of the way. So, and, a lot of people use it to clean the floors. You just got to be careful on what type of floor you have. I mean, I actually have wood floors, so I had to be kind of careful with the wood. but it does dry up pretty quick. So, I did what I had to do. And, I got some other areas that are not wood that I can do. So, and then, you can even clean, like your concrete steps or something if something happens, or, different things. You can use ammonia for a lot of stuff. So, and it kills lots of germs. But anyway, with the hand sanitizer, soap, they were saying soap and water. So when my hands were cracking so bad, I actually went to soap and water more than the wipes. And, just like I said, when they say do the happy birthday song twice or something. But yeah, that worked out fine with me. And anyway, just different things we had to buy to clean our house with. So that was all important. And last but not least, just to fill you in on everything, when I first, we first listening to what to do about all this stuff, they said that COVID starts in your throat, right? So if you gargle, it's supposed to, help kill whatever's in your throat before it gets down to your lungs. So, I don't know if you gargle, it doesn't really hit your lungs, but if it starts in your throat or your nose and it gets to the back of your throat, if you do it every day, just once in the morning, or even, before you go to bed or something like that, just to make sure that whatever bacteria might be in there, dies, then that's what you want to do. So, the stupidest thing, they said you can gargle with hydrogen peroxide. Now, I've heard that before, but hydrogen peroxide, you cannot swallow it, and it is really hard on your teeth. I mean, the enamel is going to come right off your teeth if doing it every day. And don't tell me you're not going to swallow it, because there's going to be accidents happen. And I don't know what it does to your esophagus, so we ain't going there with the hydrogen peroxide. So, you can use the scope and all that stuff. But you know what? Ask your grandma what she used to do, or your great-grandma at this point. So me, my grandmother and my kid's great-grandmother, what they did before they had all these products is they used whiskey. They would gargle with whiskey. So did I gargle with whiskey? No, I don't like whiskey, and and I don't even like shots. I don't like straight alcohol. It's got to taste fruity to me or something. It's got to be a fruit drink, and so what I did is I bought orange vodka. So originally had what did I have? Grey Goose orange vodka. So, but I ran out of that. And what you do is you don't take a full shot. You just take a little, like, like 2 peas or something in the little bottom of a glass or a shot glass. And you just put it in your mouth, gargle with it, and then swallow it. So I'll tell you, whatever is in your throat is going to get killed by the alcohol. So anyway, now when I was first experimenting with this, I tried Tito's. Tito's is very harsh. Do not do Tito's unless you have an iron throat. And even if you have an iron throat, don't do Tito's, because you're going to destroy your throat. It hurt. So, stuff is nasty straight. It might be okay with, with 7-Up or something, or with some cranberry juice, but you know what? Straight, it was not working for me. So, but the orange flavor with the Grey Goose was fine, but Stoli's also is really smooth also. So I got a bottle of Stoli's, and that's a little better. There's also Absolute Mandarin, because I like the orange flavor, so you can get your different flavors, but just try and make sure you get the smooth kind. Unfortunately, it's a little more expensive, but if you're only taking a pea size or 2 peas and you're not, an alcoholic, you're good. So, it'll last you a long time. So anyway, so somebody got me this Absolute Mandarin, and that's why it's such a big bottle, and there's like not that much out of it. But anyway, that's how I tried to do the throat thing, because, the scope thing to me just had a lot of chemicals in it, and I don't think it's as good as really getting it the old-fashioned way like Grandma did. So I don't like whiskey, and this is that Screwball peanut butter whiskey. You could probably try this too. This is not exactly my favorite, because like I said, I'm not a whiskey person. It's just different, It's more like a novelty to me, but it is whiskey. So I would assume that the straight whiskey would probably be better if you can find what would be a little smoother whiskey. So, but me and whiskey don't get along, so I'm sticking to my Stoli's. But anyway, so that's the story with that. Just wondering what you guys did. That might be different. I mean, I just tried to do whatever I could, and did some old-fashioned things too that Grandma taught me with the non-whiskey. I guess I did the vodka and just change it up. I did read online that whiskey is better to gargle with than vodka. Who thought I could find that online? So, but anyway, so I guess whiskey does do a better job. So I might have to try and find a smooth whiskey that I can handle. That's, a pea size or two, and just gargle with it and swallow it quick. But anyway, that's what I have done. Just kind of curious what you guys have done. There's all sorts of things out there. I mean, this thing has lasted so long, 18 months, and going, still going, nowhere, and it's going to end. The poor kids going back to school, they got to wear masks, and it's just, just a strange situation for all of us. We're all going through hell. We can all agree with that. There's a lot of, disagreements of what to do and what not to do, and who's telling the truth and not telling the truth. And there's conspiracy stories out there that, at some point you kind of wonder, okay, what is really going on? At this point, we're so burned out. We're at the point, I just kind of like read everything and watch things and just kind of, I don't want to watch one thing and be blindsided. So I watch both sides. And I don't really watch TV. I don't really watch the news a lot. It's very depressing. So if I see, article about, Bill Gates or Fauci, and there's another doctor called Dr. Peter Mehta, not Mehta, Dr. Peter, sorry, I know Mehta, Dr. Peter McCullough, Dr. Peter McCullough, and it is really good. He has more degrees than Fauci does, and he's very informative. So if you want to just check on, different perspective, check on him. I look at both ways because I'm like, not everybody's right, not everybody's wrong. And with all the changes we've gone through and the flip-flopping, I think all our heads are spinning and, we just want to, go to sleep at night and wake up in the morning like this has just been a really nasty dream and have all our loved ones still be around and not affected by all of this. And it's just been horrible. So anyway, with that, I did want to end it on that, and you know what? There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. I just want to leave it on a positive note. I mean, this got to be ending. So we just got to deal with it a little longer and do what we got to do and do the best we can for our own family. No matter what decisions you make, is your own decision, and just make the wise ones according to what you know and your knowledge. And that's all we can do. Okay. Well, that's it for now. Just want to say have a great day, and let's look forward to the future because there are brighter days ahead. Take care. Have a good day.